AskReddit by Ranger Fan 0. What's something illegal that just isn't enforced at all? In the US, ticket scalping, concerts, pro sporting events, is illegal in many jurisdictions, yet the same exists through resale sites. Ticketmaster Resale has entered the chat. Dogs shitting everywhere and not being cleaned up after. Also, no pets allowed, service animals exempt. Yeah, sure lady, that poorly behaved chihuahua that's barking, jumping up on random people and running around the grocery store is a service dog. And store employees don't even bother because they don't get paid enough to argue with entitled and unbearable Karens and Kevins about it. So estate agents, realtors aren't actually allowed to lie to you and say there are bids when there aren't any, to drive you to bid higher. But I've never heard of one even getting in trouble for it. My friend is a realtor and just told me this story this week of his new guy saying there was another bid to drive up the price because he knew they would pay more and increase his commission. My friend made him call the couple on the spot and explain it was a miscommunication and there were no other competing bids at the time. He wasn't legally in trouble, but he got chewed out pretty bad. He was told if they ever hear him going against a client for personal gain they will fire him and help the client seek legal action. So at least some people take it seriously. Insider trading by Congress. You know, you kinda take the fun out of it when you just blurt out the correct answer right away. Littering. Littering and. There are laws against slurping soup in several places. Don't imagine that is enforced much. I have misophonia and am ready to enforce vigilante justice on this one. In Scotland it's smoking weed in public. One of my friends was walking down the old railway smoking a joint and he saw police walking in his direction, so he flicked his joint away. The police obviously saw him flick something away and smelt it and told him we wouldn't have done anything. You're away from people and we can't be asked with the paperwork, but we ain't letting you pick it up to smoke it again. Because they gonna teeth it and smoke it when the dude walks on. Slower traffic, keep right except to pass. I saw a YouTube video of a state trooper pulling someone over and citing them for impeding traffic on a highway and I was like, OMG, finally. Not having your dog on a leash. Yesterday, someone's leash dog was killed by an unleashed dog owned by someone living by the elementary school where it happened. My father-in-law was attacked by an unleashed pit bull a few years ago while walking down the street and had to get stitches, and now he has a fear of large dogs and especially pits. People who don't leash their dogs in public places are complete assholes. Even if your dog is the best trained and you have no worries, it makes every fucking body else a little more nervous because they don't know your dog. Also, cases like this, where the dog who has never done that before maims or kills a person or pet. Edit, I say this as someone with 2 dogs. I love dogs. I even understand why people want to unleash them. We have a huge dog park not too far from here where they can run free, so that's where we take them to do that. And I do trust our dogs as far I can regarding that kind of thing, but animals can be unpredictable and they may run up just to play and get hurt or meet a dog they don't like and I wouldn't be able to restrain them. Or they want pets from someone with a mortal fear of dogs. Not using turn signals. I did get pulled over once for not using my signal. I did use it, but since my friend didn't tell me until we were passing his street that I needed to turn, I signaled immediately before turning. The control arm was broken so you had to hold it on and I let it go as soon as I finished turning. All this was done in front of a cop and he didn't see the signal so he pulled me over. I didn't get a ticket, didn't even have to talk my way out of it. After he removed us from the car at gunpoint and made us lay down in the street because he mistook a toy in the car for a gun, he decided to let us leave with no further fuss over the blinker issue. Texting and driving. Easy fix. Nobody talks more than people who can't put their phone down. Ticket a few. They'll tell everybody. Tailgating, not the sports kind. What do you mean it's not a sport? There's a law in one state that it's illegal to sing in the bathroom. Another where it's illegal to sleep on your fridge. Edit, looked it up in case my memory failed me. It's illegal to sing in your bathtub, not bathroom, in PA. I'm sure the sleeping on the fridge is also specifically outside. Inside it's okay. Also in PA. I may be wildly misremembering, it's very late here lol. I'll do you one better. Something legal that makes you say WTF? In Williston, North Dakota, it's completely legal for two adults to have sex in their front lawn. The only rules are they must be on their own property, and they both have to keep their socks on. With the socks on it's not even lewd. Just off-putting. I don't know if I've ever seen someone called out on jaywalking. My high school friend was ticketed for jaywalking. He didn't have an ID card yet, so the officer made him take out his homework to prove his name. So fucked up. Might have been kind of racist. This was Cupertino. Insider trading in positions of government. Fireworks. Northern Australia here, we have a day where we can buy fireworks then set them off all evening. We're supposed to have let them all off by midnight, but it's not unusual to hear fireworks occasionally for a few months after. Monopolies. Where's Teddy Roosevelt when you need him? Deleted. Smoking in non-smoking areas. And now we get to add vaping to the list. Almost every concert or sporting event I've been to in the last few years there's been someone blowing very obvious clouds straight up in the air and no one does anything. It's not like it's hard to track them down when they are blowing smoke signals right above themselves. In Ohio, you can't make mean faces at dogs. Pretty sure they're letting that one slide these days. We have the same law here in Tulsa, okay. Also, whaling is illegal here, which probably doesn't get enforced since we're landlocked. Churches not getting involved in politics. Tax them. Wish I could upvote this more. Reposting the same 6 questions in this sub. Modifications to vehicles. Some cop in California impounded a guy's stock Hyundai Elantra and guy didn't mod it at all. And I just added some extra cool track sport features that you could turn on or off. Even had an exhaust which could change how it sounded depending on drive mode. Anyway, cop pulled him over and forced him to fix the car despite it being bone stock. And I literally couldn't fix it because nothing was changed. Cockfighting in Kentucky, Mississippi, Oklahoma, Tennessee, and every other state where this pernicious sport occurs. It attracts prostitution, drugs, and especially gambling. Children are very often at these events and even work in them. Unregulated, often unsanitary food is sold. The local law enforcement is aware and does nothing as they are paid by cockfighters. The situation in Oklahoma is particularly bad. Cockfighting is illegal in all 50 states and territories. https://sharkonline.org/index.php/animal-cruelty/cockfighting.